The Board of the Town and Country Planning Department on Monday made a recommendation to the state government to increase floor area ratios of all educational institutions by 20% in order to preserve playgrounds while expanding schools in the state. Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar on Monday said that schools would also be permitted for construction of one more floor.
So, subject to certain condition, educational institutes
would be allowed
which are approved by certain authorities and which is standalone education institute. That means you cannot have a building in which people stay and institute is there. The complete campus will be permitted 20% relaxation in FAR and one floor extra. That is 3.5 meters or one floor? One floor extra. So this is to ensure that they can accommodate more students without actually destroying the ground which children are made available. This is one major decision we have taken.
So there has to be a registered institution which is existing, and it has to be only for educational purposes, what the board has decided to recommend. The policy will have to go to the government. Government has to decide because it amounts to a rectification, or let us say addition to the existing regulations. So board's decision is not final as such, but it will go to the government. Only after government approval it will be notified. But it will benefit most of the institutions which are craving for additional space. But we don't want to do it by giving additional height and an FAR. The schools can still survive and have an effective control on their utilization of land.
Mr. Parrikar further said that the TCP in principle has also accepted the report formulated by its subcommittee headed by GCCI President Nana Bandedkar for utilization of orchard zones for agro-based activities in Goa. He said that the TCP would permit horticulture and floriculture activities in the demarcated orchard zones.
For agriculture, animal husbandry and fisheries sector, we had formed a committee 3 months back. 4 months back, under chairmanship of Mr. Nana Bandekar, Director Agriculture and CTP, Tiganja Committee, to recommend what should be permissible coverage and FAR for agriculture and allied activities, agriculture, animal husbandry, fisheries. That time only agriculture and animal husbandry. Today that committee gave report. There are some fine-tuning required.
Agriculture Department requesting the board to consider for an higher FAR to all consider those activities as developments with certain relaxations in our regulations. So it is around 3 months back in the last board meeting, the board, instead of directly accepting that, went for a committee, and after deliberations and discussions with the respective Agriculture Department, we have come out with a report which was placed in the board. Now, though we have not finalized it, in principle that suggestions of the committee is accepted by the board, and a little bit of fine tuning is required to, because now we wanted to also include solar panels to be allowed in such kind of places. There is also fisheries request coming up from the Director of Fisheries. So these things have to be fine tuned.